What's up, guys? Basic Battles here today, and yeah, we're back to doing UFC content. Last time I did this, I think it was UFC 302. No, no, no. Well, maybe. I actually don't know. I don't remember. Last year, definitely, 100%. Um, maybe I did. No, yeah, last year. But basically, every Sunday, Monday, I go through the next UFC card, make my predictions on just look at Tapology, make my predictions on verdict, document them down. I don't really care about the result. Like, not like when I say I don't care about the result of the fight. I don't really care about picking the result. Like, this guy will win by knockout or sub or round or decision or whatever. I just put it on verdict because it's the easiest to document. I like the site, and they do prelims now, which is amazing. I'm so happy they started doing that. But yeah, I just go on Tapology, look at their past few fights, look at the odds, look what the other people think who's is gonna win. So yeah, very simple process, but I just wanted to show it to y'all, and maybe this will continue in the future. Who knows? But yeah, let's get started. And I do go by this. Oh god, see, the screen is so bright that you can see my white ass. All like, look at this. It's crazy. Every time, minute detail on my face, disgusting. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. This is actually pretty accurate over here. I never really went on the desktop version of Tapology, but it's pretty intuitive. God, this really sucks for Sean. What's Gutierrez's next fight? Nope, nothing. I guess since he had to pull out, whatever then. I think Matsumura would have beat him. Obviously, this really sucks, but we'll get into that other fight later that Gaethje got rebooked. So it's just anyways, we're not going to start here. We're going to start with the first one on verdict. So we're going to go with Ozzy Diaz versus DeJordan Santos. Probably just Jordan Santos. The D's probably silent. Yeah. Joe Pfeiffer. Really? You fought Joe Pfeiffer? I think I remember that, actually. Interesting. Heavily favoring Santos here. 1.9 by sub. That's very interesting. Significant reach. I don't have a Tapology profile, so I'm not gonna end a prediction here. But I will just tell you guys. Wow. Why don't I remember him on Contenders? I watched all of Contender Series last season, and why don't I remember it at all? Obviously, I remember Santos, but I don't remember him. Significant gaps between his. He might have had some. Hold on. He might have had some other. This is. Oh, 2021, 22. Who knows? Maybe he was doing something else between these. Obviously. I mean, November of 2022 and September of 2024 is just crazy. Especially when he's 27. It's a long time. Ooh, quick card looks cool. That's nice. I definitely don't think he. I don't know. Losing to Zhang by knockout isn't like the worst thing in the world. It doesn't like really tell me if you have like a terrible chin or not. Neither like Joe Pfeiffer either. Poor guy was just chilling in the LFA and they brought his ass back just to get finished. Poor guy. Yeah, LFA legend over here. I think I'm definitely gonna pick Santos here. Just the question is by what. I mean, yeah, ground and pound. It's not a wrestling style. I think I'm gonna go with Santos by decision here. Just seems like the safe bet. We'll see. It's not opening up the card, so that's gonna change on. But whatever. It doesn't even matter. Is this only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yep, 12 fight card. Okay. Alright. Next up here is Francis Marshall versus Mario Santos. Another Brazilian. Damn, minus 350. 24-25. Y'all guys going after it. I definitely remember Francis Marshall. I don't remember. He got knocked out by Dugarian. If I mispronounce names, yell at me in the comments because I do that so much. My brother gets on me about that. How much? Wow, you went to split with William Gomez. It's interesting. Can't remember. It was a decent one. And the last one. Oh, he beat Zucha. That's not even a good win. Okay, whatever. Split Williams. Not the worst ever. I can see why he's a big favorite, but that big of a favorite? Like, I got something there. Look at this, virtually identical in height and reach. It's interesting. Like Extreme Couture. I don't know. I just feel like this is going to be a card where we don't see too many finishes aside because, you know, it's just like one of those top heavy cards. You know? We'll see though. We will see. I'm definitely going with Santos here. I think honestly him just catching Marshall makes the most sense here. In my opinion. But he lost to Dolgoran, but so maybe like a late finish here, but I don't know if he has the tank to do that. Let's look at him closer. Yeah, 4 first round TKOs. He goes to decision a lot though. I mean, tested. So he's an ultimate fighter. Okay. Of course. Very interesting. So that's why I wasn't showing. Okay. I didn't watch last season of Ultimate Fighter, so this is all like a shock to me. So Ultimate Fighter winner. He won it first night. His last fight, only match. His loss was in 2022. Yeah, I think we get a finish here. Alright, Santos by first round. He likes to get started fast. But Francis, I think it's going to be a second round KO for Santos. We'll go with that. Final guess. Educated guess though, because we are doing research and you can see that. Not very extensive research, but you know, you see the process. I can see why some MMA YouTubers like the Weasel and Guru, which is the only really ones that I've ever seen pics of. I used to watch their pics quite often, not really anymore because I do my own and have like I see more pics on Twitter and stuff from the guy who does like threads of the fighter profiles. He does really good picks, even if he's wrong a lot of the time. But I like the way he presents them. Morono versus Lee next. But yeah, so I'm just like, what the YouTubers do is that they do their research, jot them down, and then they explain why so they're not really fumbling the words. But you can see me, I'm going through it like a different way. Carlos Leo. Funny guy. Hilarious. This is a win. So, 1-3 straight. Obviously, PFL legend right here. PFL. Yeah, I was about to say. Definitely won a PFL. Not misremembering that. I used to watch a lot of that. Dude, I mean, Morono, does he even have the chin anymore? I mean, he lost to Nico Price. What an awful, awful loss. But, I mean, he went to decision with Buckley and D-Rod. So, it's like, it's not. How many KO losses does he even have? 3... Yeah, he's got a couple. Yeah, it was Pons that did it, and that was like that was really funny because he was not supposed to win that Pons, but he did. He came back and got the knockout then. Chaos in 27 seconds. Oh my god. Can I see it? Wow. Someone was very happy that night with the bet they made. Decision with Buckley. I mean, Leo he's got some power. I don't know if it's kind of I feel like it would just be, smarter to go by decision if you're doing like a bet slip for Leo, like over rounds. But I could definitely see him just shitting the hell out of Morono here. He was piecing Renat up, and he should have won that fight. Very, that shouldn't have even been a discussion on the scorecards. But yeah, this makes sense, 100%. Morono is on the downs. Yeah, just based off recent track history, I think I'm just gonna. But in the last year, he's got 2 big wins. UAE. What the? Yeah. Yeah. Why was this unanimous, too? Like, what were the judges talking about, bro? Oh, my God. Round 1, yeah. I'm just going to pick Leo Jittum, to be honest. Leo by first round KO sounds about right to me. Why not? Even though I think decision's probably the smarter way to go, but whatever. Whatever. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be the biggest finish-heavy card of all time, but I picked 2 finishes so far, and we've only 3 fights in, so. And, of course, we have Armen Petrosyan versus Bruno Ferreira left. When you have the Hulk in there, the Hulk versus... I didn't know he called himself Superman. What the hell, Petrosyan? This isn't going to be a big finish-heavy card. When you have Alex Pereira and Justin Gaethje at the top, and oh my god, you have the Hulk. You got Carlos Leo in there. I think I'm stupid, honestly. I think I just don't know fighting. I'm just not a ball knower. What else can you say about that? But whatever, though. It's fine. He is the slight favorite. Oh my goodness. That loss to Abus was so funny because I knew he was going to lose. Because the way Bruno Ferreira fights, he either shins the hell out of you or he just flounders. So yeah. I mean, he was losing. That Stolfus fight was so weird too. Killing Phil Hawes, how good is that really? He knocked the hell out of Robocop though. That was iconic. Going to decision with Kyle, but that was nearly 3 years ago. It's finished in twice last year. I don't know. That's a good win. Christian Lear, Duncan. I can pretty much see why he's a slight favorite, because if Ferreira just doesn't shin the hell out of him in the first round, it's probably going to be tough sailing for him. I think Petrosyan gets it done. Which is like, do I just pick Petrosyan then because it's a safer bet? But it's not the safer bet because he could literally... But he just got knocked out for the... Let's see here. Let's look at him again. He's been knocked out twice. He got knocked out... Yeah. Hasn't been knocked out since 21, but he obviously did get knocked out like a few months ago. But that was such a freak. That's Shara Bullet just doing Shara Bullet things, man. That was crazy. Is Ferreira going to pull out... I mean, he's going to pull out some spinning shit, but is he going to pull out 2 spinning back fists? We'll go with the Hulk. We'll go with the Hulk. We shouldn't, but I'm going to. First round knockout. There's not going to be that, but yeah. Just someone clip me or something. I'm a moron. Yeah. Prelim fight of the night here. Josh Van versus... Ready. Josh Van's the favorite. That makes sense. Kinda. God, these flyweights are so young. 22 years old. Crazy. Good road to the UFC run. That Carlos Hernandez fight was pretty good. Josh Van is such an animal, though. Josh Van's like actually ranked, right? Like he's actually ranked now. I think. God, he should have won that Charles Johnson fight too. Who just lost last night, which sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Nothing wrong, man. Two. I'll finish. So proving that he can go. He borders right here. I think I did pick sorry, to beat him by submission too. Back in. What was this? Am I allowed to see like a scorecard for this? Can I? Please? I guess not. That'd be kind of cool. Well, maybe I'll look at the scorecard some other time. This fight right here proves a lot to him, but Josh Van's such a tall task. This is a great fight. I think I'm gonna go Van by a decision here. Probably a pretty close decision too. Wow, I mean this fight is so skewed on verdict, it's crazy. Like it should be way closer than it is. Obviously here too, but Van's a fan favorite. He's a crazy prospect. He's gonna be very great someday. He's very good now. Final fight on here. Razor Blades. Just fighting some fucking Contender Series guy. They want his ass gone. Crazy, dog. Crazy. Kuniev. It's only 31. Is this the guy that's going to break into heavyweight MMA? 6 wins, 2 first rounds. Oh, I think I remember this fight being dog. But I don't remember. I don't remember it well enough. I watched all Contender Series just to not remember any of it. So, oops. Sorry, guys. Holy shit. Did he fight or not? Why don't I remember this? What is he doing on some regular PFL card? Okay. Fought on Contender Series previously, but didn't get a contract. Very interesting. Curtis is going to show levels to this guy. No doubt. Will it be like... yeah, Curtis might just lay on him. He might just get a classic Razor Blades performance here. Like just a classic... What is it? Yeah, classic Rosenstruck or Volkov performance makes the most sense to me here. That makes the most sense to me. Wise. Curtis just fell in love with his hands though. Like he stood with Aspinall obviously for the minute that it lasted, but he tried to throw some jabs in there and stuff. Obviously he wanted to keep standing against Jalton Almeida and couldn't, but he found his opening. Jalton's an idiot, so you know. He really stupidly stayed up with Sergey when he definitely could have done anything else than what he did, but he knocked out. Ever since this fight, it changed him because you know knee injury, dumbly had to stand here, and didn't have enough time to get his game plan in. So it'll be very interesting. Maybe he just goes back to basics to try and stay at the top, because you obviously know he probably still wants the title, being a top 5 heavyweight in the world. We'll see how it works out for him. I think he wins by decision here. I know they're saying knockout, but if he's falling in love with his hands and gets a knockout here, he likes to knock people out. We'll see. So, yeah. I said this won't be a lot of finishes, and I put 3 knockouts on the prelims, so whatever. We have a fun main card ahead of us. That's for damn sure. Let's get to it. like I said, I'm going in order of verdict, so down, up to down. So King Green, Bobby who? Versus Fighting Nerds guy, Rufy. This makes sense. This makes sense. Oh, poor Bobby Green, man. What if this is just like his Razee performance, where he just goes blow for blow with one of the best strikers on the roster? You know? I mean, the poor guy just like, no. No, yeah, I think this is gonna be more like this fight, sadly for him. But yeah, this is what probably is gonna happen. To poor Bobby Goo. I mean, he gets finished in the most brutal ways possible. Like this was disgusting because he felt like he was just out forever before the ref stopped it. One of the worst stoppages of all time. Drew Dober, racism mark, killed him. This one, he headbutted Jared Gordon to death. That was messed up. This one, Islam just beat him and caved his head in. Where is it? Got on more. Yep. Poirier killed him. I mean, that was another flat. It was just bad. Bobby Green just takes bad losses, and they're just so disgusting, and then they match him up with Rufy, bro. Like, it's crazy. One shot, that probably is what it's going to take. This fight was unimpressive by his standards, but he still looked like crazy in it. I think he's going to finish Green brutally. And why did I say that there's not going to be many finishes on this card, bro? I'm nuts. I'm a little bit silly in the head. Knockout in the first round. Let me just look at you real quick, buddy. Sure. King Green he's very old. He's very old. He should not be fighting these kind of fights anymore. First round KO for Mauricio Rufy. Next fight. Only women's fight on the card? Is it? I think it is. It is. Okay. Only women's fight on the card. It's a pretty good one, actually. Lemos. She's old, right? Yeah, 37 to... Oh, I forgot how young Yasmin is. And if, like I said, if I'm saying these names wrong, please tell me I am, so I can get more wrong. I mean, this is a good win. Why was it split? I thought she won this easily. Versus Marina. Am I just misremembering? Am I being a little silly? I can't look at the scorecards here, so I don't know why I did that, but Carolina's a really good win because Carolina was on a crazy streak then, wasn't she? Yeah, she won 4. Crazy streaky fighter Carolina is, because boom, win streak, 2-2, 5-4, and then now she's on another losing streak. So, not the worst. I went on a whole different rabbit hole here, but yeah, she beat Carolina, who was pretty streaky. I mean, Pollyanna, it's not really a good win, but whatever. What's here? Lemos can go to war, man. Still. Age, yeah, I knew she was going to lose to Verna, because she can't grapple for shit. She cannot grapple at all, which is really stupid for Mackenzie Dern to not try to take her down. Mackenzie Dern, terrible fight IQ. Awful. But yeah, this, one of the most lopsided title performances in history. She did knock out Marina, but it was kind of a weird stoppage. But she definitely won legitly. Obviously, only standing arm triangle choke ever. Crazy. Is Yasmin going to take her down? Is Yasmin going to take her down, though? Probably not. Maybe. I do think she has enough. Youthful vigor is gonna win her this fight. Yeah. That's such a dumb thing to say, but I don't know. We'll go with Luciendo by decision, just because it's easier that way. 23 years old and and already number 7 in the world. Did I say 27? No. 23-year-olds. So she's got a bright future ahead of her. She's got some key wins. This will be massive for her to get a top 5 win. Especially if Verna wins. Because then that just kind of clears. Or actually, especially if Jan beats Verna. Because if that happens, then who really else is there at strawweight? Really? So let's look. Look at strawweight real quick. Yeah, because she's... How long is Suarez going to be there with her health issues and stuff like that? Especially with the way she lost. Mackenzie's there, but she lost to her. So I'm saying, like, if Jan beats Verna, then, like, she's not just going to go straight into a rematch with Welly with how badly Welly beat her. Maybe she does, just because how strawweight is and how the UFC is about defending, going up for double champ status. But if this man can beat her definitively and Verna loses, then I see no reason why she can't be next. Lemos is a solid fighter. I mean, the fact that Verna didn't get a title shot immediately off of subbing Lemos is kind of dumb. The fact she has to go right into Yan Xiaonong. It's interesting. Who beat Riki. So, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, things could shape up very interestingly for Yasmin. So, yeah. I spent the longest time talking about the women's fight. You're welcome. Don't say I don't love women. Oh, Bard, I say the dumbest things. Jalen Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Low-key banger of the night here. Oh, is Jalen really going to get finished? I mean, he did get knocked out. He got finished by Marcano 100%. God, his record is so awful. 14-8. Yeah, these 6'3" lightweights, man, crazy. Someone was saying they have a 6'3" lightweight Grand Prix, and I think that was just such a funny thing to say. Ignacio, man, he's an animal. This was such a crazy fight here. I think I picked... No. Did I pick Manuel on this? I think I might have picked Manuel against Ignacio and paid the price for it, evidently. Ignacio, he lost to Klein. That's not a bad loss at all. At all, really. That's a really good loss, actually. He looks insane. I don't really remember this fight. What fight it... Connor versus he... So he fought in France twice. I don't remember watching this fight because I was at a family member's house during this card. But Klein is not a bad loss at all. At all. So, Bean Torres, my knockout. Yeah, man. He's crazy. Jalen Turner, though, he's got the experience and the power and the intangibles because he's huge. But, man, he's just been through some stuff recently. At the Gamrot fight, he probably should have got. The Hooker fight, he lost and got beat up bad in it. King Green, that was a mauling. That was messed up. Why'd you do that, Jalen? That was fucked. Nah, not his fault, but still, that was a mauling. And then that was just such a low IQ move. And then Moicano, he could have been the one fighting Islam short notice. I don't know if he would want to do that. He would have gotten taken down and mauled. But, I mean, obviously he would have won that because, you know, free title shot. But, he's got the hand speed. But I think Ignacio can match all that. I think, you know, just a little younger. This is definitely deserving of pick 'em. This is the hardest fight I've had to pick so far. I'm going to go with Ignacio. Not by knockout. I think he'll win a decision here. I think it'll just be such a war, man. War time. But I think Jalen's tough. I think he'll be able to hang in there. I think it might even be a split decision. It'll be really close, but I think Ignacio's going to win a decision here. It wasn't me, it was Ignacio. He's the one. On to the big fights of the card. The really big fights. Justin the Highlight Gaethje versus Adaman. Now, this has so many variables to it, to be honest. Gaethje coming off a flatline knockout, been out a year, trained from 5 rounds now, it's back down to 3. He's 36 years old, but Adaman blew his knee out against Gamrot, already lost to Gaethje in a 3-round fight. He's been out 2 years off a layoff. But here's the thing for both of them. Their first fight was so close, could have gone either way in my opinion. I still look at it that way. I have initially scored it for Gaethje, kind of lead for Zeev, but I don't know. I agree. If you gave me a solid argument, I'd agree to give either of these guys the fight because the first 2 rounds were so close. But the only clear round, no, there were 2 clear rounds. There was Gaethje round 3 and Fiziev round 1. Round 2 was so close that if you gave it to either one of them, I wouldn't even be mad. But yeah, just a crazy technical. And people were complaining that Fiziev stepped in instead of like Gamrot or something. And that was so dumb because 1, their first fight was a banger. And 2, they're both animals. And that's so dumb. This is going to be a great fight. Again. And I kind of want to pick Fiziev as the upset. But it's also like, I want to pick him as the upset because of his speed, because I feel like he can game plan to do better than he did before. But Gaethje's talking about how safe Gaethje doesn't work, but safe Gaethje's the reason that he won the fight against Fiziev. Him using his jab, him being technical, staying back, not throwing himself into the fire against Fiziev, because when he did start throwing himself in the fire at the beginning of round 3, he was getting rocked all over. Then he settled down, used his jab, he even got a takedown in there, went to the body a little bit. Like, it was beautiful work, and it wore Fiziev down. So it's really good for Fiziev. This is a 3-round fight. If it was 5 rounds, I would have picked Gaethje easily. I'd pick Gaethje probably by finish in the late rounds. Because, he has a little bit of that experience going 5 rounds. He's only done it like a few times. I think he actually only went to the 5th round against Max, but still, he won the 4th round against Max, which was big for him. But yeah. I kind of want to pick Fiziev in an upset here because I do think that he can just do it. But he's taking it on 2 weeks' notice. He's been out for 2 years, and he blew his knee out. So how well is his movement going to be? How well is his footwork going to be? It's really hard. But he really wanted this fight, so maybe he's just been ready. Lurking, waiting. Maybe he's fully healed and moved. Maybe he knows, because he was like one of the first ones to be like, I want to step in. Because obviously, why wouldn't you want to step in? You get a top 3 opponent that you can have a close fight with. This opponent. Screw it. I'm going to pick Rafael Fiziev by decision, 3 rounds. This is dumb, because Gaethje should win. But I'm picking Fiziev as an upset. Screw it. You heard it here first, folks. Gaethje, wrong side of 36, coming off one of the worst knockouts you'll ever see. Talking about how being safe doesn't work for him anymore, when being safe is what won him the Fiziev fight. So those are my reasons. But if you told me that I'm dumb, then you'd be correct, because it's... Yeah. Now here we are, main event time, one of the biggest fights of the year, one of the most anticipated fights of the year. We have a championship fight, ladies and gentlemen. Magomed Ankalaev finally gets his opportunity. I just looked at this, and it's so funny to look at because this is such a weird time. But anyways, yeah. Magomed Ankalaev finally gets his opportunity at the champ at Poatan. I'm going to go with Alex Pereira. I've been just thinking about this for so long, and people are saying Magomed is the one to do it, and he might be. If he wins, I will not be shocked at all. At all. If he doesn't win, I don't really see Poatan losing to any light heavyweight at this point. Just the facts. But yeah. He just, like, the way Poatan kicks, the way he keeps distance, the way he's been training with Glover for 2 years, he has to at least have known that people have been trying to grapple him. He's probably been training that every single time, because the kickboxing is there, Obviously, Magomed has the power to make a difference on the feet, but I just don't think he has the skill level to even come close to matching Potan on the feet. Just in terms of like the kicking game, it just easily right there, he was getting his legs shredded against Jan. What is Potan gonna do to him? And a lot of people have asked that question, and it's a valid question. It really is. But if Magomed uses wrestling properly, there probably isn't anyone capable of stopping him. Because even with his leg shred, even beat up, even with all that going on in the Jan fight, he still was able to maul Jan in that 5th round and in that 4th round. And yeah, that was what he did when he finally used his wrestling because he needed to. But then he just has these mediocre performances. Like the first fight with Walker where they were just piddle-patting around, where he couldn't even get Walker down and had to illegal knee him, which should have been a DQ, by the way. And then in the first round of the second Walker fight where they were just like kicking, and then he finally chinned Walker because of course he did. Who wouldn't? And then the Rakic fight, which was just this little disgusting point fight, which Rakic thought he was winning and he just wasn't, and it was just so boring. And I'm talking like it's an entertainment factor, but no, it was just not impressive, really. Especially not considering that who he's gonna face upcoming. We'll see. Magomed's if he can show levels. But I think Potan's gonna win. I think he's gonna win by finish. And that's just it. I think he's gonna knock him out. Because I don't feel like a Potan title fight can go any way aside from a finish. Just the power up divisions is just so crazy that going 5 rounds without, if it's staying on the feet the whole time, it's just not really a possibility of Potan. Unless you have some Bruno Silva crazy chin night thing going on. Whatever. But yeah. I'm picking Alex Pereira. After this, what's left for him at light heavyweight, to be honest? A Yuri trilogy? Who cares? Maybe the winner of Jan Olberg. Not really something we need to see. But whatever. So yeah. Alex Pereira by finish. I will not be shocked if I'm wrong at all, but that's my answer. That's it. That's all my picks. That is it. Thank you guys for joining me on this ride. Oh my god, my voice! I've been talking for too long into a camera that my voice is cracking and it's disgusting, and I don't want you guys to see me like that. So, yeah. Tell me who you think is gonna win. And yeah, enjoy the card, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back next time if this goes well.